CGI is listening to children, and it's not just for math. Listening to children can happen in any topic area.
I'm Jessica Hunt. I'm at the CGI conference, and I am a CGI storyteller. When I first started working with Stu, he was in a resource room. He was a fifth grader, and he had this joy that was almost trapped in him. He loved to represent math in different ways, but he was also aware, I think maybe because of some instructional experiences, that when he represented and he thought about math, it took him a little bit longer than what maybe he felt that it should.
This is an equity issue. This is an issue of equality, and I think we need to address it. And if it means that we have to take CGI all around the world, there we go. That's what we do.
So when I first started working with Stu, he would start like into these problems that I would pose to him, and then he'd stop and he'd ask for answers, and he'd get so like anxious and frustrated when I would say, well, help me understand, how are you thinking about this? Because of the anxiety that it was bringing up for him, and these norms that he developed in this other space, that math was something that he had to do quickly.
So I don't know about you, but when I was in school, the teacher stood up at the front of the classroom, handed out the time tests, and told you that you could ready, set, go. And the things that were valued were the correct answer and the speed at which you got it.
Over time, it was powerful to see that fall off. To kind of see him reclaim himself, to kind of see him light up. And that, again, going back to like what CGI is for me and what it means, that's what it means. It means giving kids their power back and having them realize that their ways of making sense are valid. And not just that they're valid, they're valuable and they're powerful.
My name is Candace Coolin. I'm here from Okaloosa County at Edwins Elementary.
Awesome. So what brings you to the CGI conference today?
I've been part of CGI for about 5 years now. Really enjoying teaching it in the classroom. I can tell that the material is really starting to stick with my kids as they build upon what they already know.
Hi, my name's Lisa Ward. I am formerly the elementary math coordinator for Los Angeles Unified School District. And I really do think that if children are able to feel that they are worthy of being listened to, that self-identity, that confidence will carry over into all areas of their life.
What does CGI mean to you?
To me, CGI is open-ended, where kids kind of work at their own pace, and the adults are really looking for the growth in everything that the kids do. So in the last year, my third graders are doing multiplication, and although some of them can't quite get to the right answer, if you look at most of their work, it's 50 to 80% correct. So I just need to guide them that last 20% at their own pace, so that way it's concrete and it's not material that I've taught them step-by-step instruction, so I know in fourth grade it'll follow them.
The idea of involving administration so that they know what CGI is.
My name is Tara Minton. When I did become a teacher, I remember panicking, thinking, I'm gonna have to teach math. I mean, you're taking the college classes, but it just never connected until I actually had my classroom.
So many people have been traumatized by mathematics. I've had teachers cry in professional development sessions because it has opened up wounds from their childhood. There's a lot of trauma attached to math, especially with girls. They check out by third grade if they are not in a classroom that values their voice.
I was a transient student. My parents moved many times. I went to 8 elementary schools in 8 years. And in 5th grade, I went up to my math teacher to ask for help. He said, honey, don't worry about it. Girls can't do math. And I will never forget those words because they stuck.
It would be socially unacceptable to say that you are not an English language arts person. But it's perfectly fine, some people think, to say you're not a math person. Participation is learning. And when a student feels confident that their voice is being heard, they can take risks. They can make their ideas public in a way that They may be right, they may be wrong, but they're putting them out there so that they can get feedback from the group. And then they can make a hypothesis about, well, maybe this might happen every time. Let's test it. How might that work? And maybe it does work and maybe it doesn't work. But the discussion is what's the important thing, where children are able to challenge each other, provide opportunities for mixing it up, and they're truly listening to each other.
I get emotional thinking about it. I still to this day can't believe, sorry, that little girl is, here today presenting at conferences and talking about math and feeling very confident. And the best part is my kids love it. They cheer. It's math time. Oh, it's over. No, and the little girls in the room are empowered and don't feel the way I did. So that's my math story. Sorry, I got a little emotional about it, but it was important.
I remember sitting in a second grade classroom watching a masterful teacher doing a lesson. And as she sent the children off to work, there was some strategic pairing going on. And one of the students needed some extra support, and she was with a child who could provide that. And peer to peer, they were able to talk with each other about what they were doing, so that when they were ready as a couple to go share their solution with another pair of students, the student who had difficulty in putting words on what she was doing had already rehearsed it with her partner, had already made an aha moment, and was able to articulate it to the other students.
What is CGI to me? It's a way to position kids as being competent in mathematics. And when I say kids, I mean all kids.
Well, I would say that we are all math people. Math is all around us. Math is in the patterns and the beauty of the world. And if we can get past the idea that math is only answering multiplication problems with speed, I think we'll be in a better place.
And it's also a way to butt assumptions that we make about kids and their abilities, and to really give them a space, a powerful space, to see themselves in mathematics, to realize that the power to become a mathematician is already there.